From the Chocolate Mountains to the Sea of Cortez, all along the border on a Friday night, this is exciting Imperial Valley football on VSN the Valley Sports Network, and your source for Imperial Valley sports. For John Moreno, this is Vic Carrillo at beautiful Willis Ward Field, as not only do we celebrate homecoming night here for the Calexico Bulldogs, but also the third annual Battle of the Border. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome the voice of choice, your friend and mine, Johnny Mo, John Moreno Brown.
Thanks a lot, Vic. It's here, the battle for the border here. Vincent and Calexico crosstown rivalry. Both teams coming in to win, trying to win that coveted trophy, that Vic Carrillo trophy, which depicts a border monument where one side it says the Límite de la República de México, and the other side United States boundary, and very appropriate for this type of game.
Well, John, this week, starting last night and culminating tonight, are the traditional crosstown or cross-league rivalries. Last night, kicking it off, you had the Hopeville Vikings journey to Calipatra for the Axe game, and then winning 53-6. Tonight in El Centro, you have the Bell game between Brawley and Central. And in Imperial, you have the Johnny Romero Fireman's Helmet game involving the Southwest Eagles and the Imperial Tigers. John, how can you tell us how all this came about as the last game of the regular season?
Well, historically, the Bell game is the granddaddy of them all, as they say. But you've got the Calexico Vincent game where it just so happened that the last game of the season, Calexico and Vincent were on the schedule. And so in talking with Coach Fernando Santana from Vincent, we had some ideas that we should play for some type of rivalry. It's on the rivalry weekend, and so I got a hold of him, and the first year there was a plaque. I think it was a COVID year. The second year, a friend of mine, a classmate of mine, Eri Rascon, who put together the monuments that we have here with Willis Ward and Coach Rojas and Coach Armstrong, decided to build a little type of trophy, and so that's where the idea came from. And I thought, well, what can they fight for? Well, we're both on the border. This is a familial ties with Mexicali and Calexico, and I thought this would be something would give the game some identity.
Well, not only that, John, you're celebrating homecoming night here as the end of the regular season. Not only does it have bragging rights for the city and the border, but it also has some bearing on ranking for CIF in Division 4 and Division 5. Whoever wins this game. We'll pause now as we honor the flag of the United States with the national anthem.
Elias.
Oh, he spotted him.
Deep. Pass is caught. Number 6. Cisneros. Touchdown, Vincent. And he could go all the way. No flags. Touchdown, Calexico. Frankie Loera Rodriguez from way back at the 32-yard line. We're back here live for the Vincent Memorial Calexico Bulldog game, the battle for the border, and we're just about to start, Vic.
Well, John, the captains for tonight for Vincent are number 8, Jacobo Elias, along with number 12, Esteban Turner. They're both seniors. Juniors, number 52, Emilio Fimbres, and number 56, Juan Carlos Sáenz, both 2 defensive standouts. For Calexico, it'll be number 2, Andrew Rivera, number 4, Marcus Quer, number 10, Leo Canchola, and number 11, Luis Alcalá, all seniors here in their last battle for the border football game. John, but let's talk about tonight. Coming in with the teams, you have the standout player in Luis and Jacobo Elias approaching 10,000 yards. If he hasn't exceeded it already, he has 1,900 yards passing, another 700 yards rushing for 2,600 yards total, and accounted for 26 touchdowns. 18 on the air, 8 on the ground. His favorite targets are Diego Cisneros, Miguel Ruiz, along with Cervantes. So Vincent wants to have a balanced attack. They want to use the running game by committee under David Wong in his 9th season. He and assistant head coach Fernando Santana have had a week to prepare after coming off a heartbreaking loss in the last second of the game last week for the battle for the Desert League Championship in Hopeville at Burger Field, losing on a Alonso Cueva 1-yard dash into the pylon on the northeast pylon of the end zone at Burger Field and losing by 2 points. So, John, tonight, the Calexico Bulldogs trying to regain their winning ways here after their own league win was against Southwest, and they were shut out by Brawley last week. What do you predict tonight, John?
Well, I think I predict the Bulldogs will be able to bounce back, and I think Vincent is going to be bounced back. We're expecting a very close game. I know both teams want it bad, and you can throw out the record books, as they say, but we're looking at both of these teams looking to fight not only for the city championship. For the Bulldogs, it's trying to make sure that you get a home seed or a home CIF game because you're a number 8 seed. Anybody who's a number 9, 10, 11, or 12 would have to travel. So if the Bulldogs win and they'll get that home seed, Vincent may have to travel, but they're still at the top of the Division 5, so they may get a home game too as well.
Well, Calexico comes in under the direction of Fernando Solano, whose picture was just on the screen. 20 years experience, his 4th season here at the helm for the Calexico Bulldogs. He's really turned this program around with a great assistant coaching staff, and they had high hopes coming into the season. They came out of the chutes, John, winning their first 4 games, and then the tragic loss of their offensive coordinator, Mario Romero, had an emotional impact on the team, and then they sputtered during mid-season. Hopefully they can regroup as a new season starts tonight with a battle for the border and then CIF next week. As I mentioned, the captains are Jacobo Elias, Esteban Turner, Emilio Fimbres, and Juan Carlos Sáenz for the Scots. For Calexico, it's Andrew Rivera, number 2, Marcus Quer, number 4, Leo Canchola, number 10, and Luis Alcalá. Tonight's officiating crew, John, for the battle for the border, representing the Imperial Valley Football Association. The head referee wearing the white hat is Jesse J.J. Jackson. The umpire is Fred Ramsey. The head linesman is Randy Ross. The line judge is Lloyd James. The back judge is James Bentley. Our public address announcer will be Craig Holloway. And our scorekeeper, Charlie Samaripa. Back to you, John.
Well, the Bulldogs will be kicking off to the Scots in this final game of the 2023 regular season, senior night homecoming, and, of course, the battle for the border.
And that'll be Dominic Diaz, number 41, kicking off. So both teams came in very optimistic. They had some successful seasons last year. Vincent ran the table on CIF all the way to the state finals back in 2017, and they're trying to get back to that level again. They might be a year away, as most of their talent, other than Jacobo Elias and Esteban Turner among the senior class, is found in their junior and sophomore class. You're going to see some standout play on the defense from Lucio Ascolani, Ricardo Richie Montiel III, along with Juan Carlos Sáenz and Emilio Fimbres on the defensive side.
And back to receive for the Scots, Cervantes and Carranza. Cervantes 24, Carranza 22. And Dominic Diaz has been kicking it into the end zone all season long when he's called. And so the bell game is being played. It's in Central, and Will Torres, Ron Rubio, and Mike Swearingen are calling that game. And that is the big one, the 80th bell game. And also in Imperial and Southwest, that one will be playing in Imperial.
Well, John, Vincent was an all-girls school coming into the fall of 1976 when they admitted 5 boys as freshmen, and they didn't start their football program until 1999 on the Frost JV level. So this rivalry still has a ways to go to catch up to the bell game involving Central and Brawley.
Oh, yeah.
But it's been a firecracker since it started 2 years ago with Andre Rodriguez catching that pass and pushed out of bounds at the half-yard line. A questionable call, but nevertheless, Vincent Calexico was able to pull it out. We'll see what happens tonight.
Carranza way back at the 1-yard line, bringing it up, and is stopped at the 15. Penalty flags.
So Vincent Memorial will take over with number 8, Jacobo Elias at quarterback. He's the do-everything quarterback, the premier quarterback of the Imperial Valley football. He'll be joined in the backfield by number 22, Roberto Carranza, along with number 24, Joel Cervantes. The wideouts are number 3, Andres Pulido, along with number 6, Diego Cisneros, who suffered a calf injury in the second half at Hopeville after scoring a 45-yard touchdown in the first half to give Vincent the 25-7 lead. And Hopeville was able to rally to pull that out in the last second, as I prefaced my pregame commentary. And number 4, Miguel Ruiz, along with number 2, Oscar Garza. At center is Carlos Valdez, along with Andre Camacho, Gustavo Leon, Gabriel Tobias Duarte, and Claudio Martinez round out the starting offensive line for Vincent Memorial.
1st and 10 at the 31. Carranza. And he'll take it to the 35.
Defensively, Calexico goes with Andrew Rivera, number 2 on defense, number 6, Jonathan Pacheco, number 10, Leo Canchola, number 11, Luis Alcalá. Don't forget number 3, Leonel Canchola. He's a standout linebacker, only a sophomore. And 13, Frankie Rodriguez, Julian Vidal, and Ian Perez will give you the remaining starters after this play.
2nd and 6. Jacobo, right side. Pass is caught, but maybe a yard gain as he was brought down by number 3 for Calexico.
And that was Leonel Canchola.
Only a sophomore.
Now, what hurt Vincent in the second half last week against Hopeville was drop passes. You know, a coach will always argue about the 50-50 balls. You got to go for it like it's yours. You own it, but not trying to catch a pass with 2 hands really hurt Vincent's effort last week in their heartbreaking loss to Hopeville.
3rd and 4. As Jacobo Elias looking for Cervantes goes incomplete, and now will face a 4th and 4. And the punting unit comes onto the field.
And that'll be Quintana, number 19, punting for Vincent Memorial. He goes by the first name of Jose. He's a senior. Now they're using Jacobo Elias as the up back blocking. I wouldn't be surprised in a close situation in the second half that they snap the ball to him.
Quintana with a good punt. Fielded by Marco Esquer at inside the 40, and he runs out of bounds around the 47, 48-yard line.
So Calexico will come out offensively with Robert Montajano, number 9. He'll be joined by number 2, Andrew Rivera, along with Marco Esquer, the wideouts. The running back will be Leo Canchola, along with Luis Alcalá, and a little bit of Noel Gastelum. You know, John, last year the player of the game for Burgers and Beer was Zeus Pradis, and it's been difficult for Calexico to replace those 1,400 yards that he gained on the ground, so it's been by committee this season.
1st and 10. Montejano to Alcala, lowers his shoulders and hits midfield with a pickup of 3.
Brought down immediately by the leading tackler for Vincent Memorial, number 31, Lucio Ascolani. He has an astonishing 134 tackles to his credit this season. He had 22 tackles last week against Hopeville. So he was all over the place, John, on the defensive side of the ball.
2nd and 8 for Calexico at the 50. Alcala can't seem to find any room.
Hit immediately by number 52, Emilio Fimbres, the second leading tackler for the Scots with 127 tackles. A returning all-league defender of Desert League football. So with 9:26 remaining in the first quarter, no score in the ball game, Vincent was 3 and out, having to punt. And now Calexico facing a 3rd and 8 situation with 9:15 remaining here in the first quarter. Ball at the 48-yard line of Calexico.
3rd and 8. Gastelum in the backfield will take the handoff, going to the left side. Turns it up and runs out of bounds at the 44.
Needed to get to the Vincent 42-yard line for a first down. Being it a short yardage situation, I wouldn't be surprised if Calexico goes for it on 4th down.
So it's 4th and 4. Okay.
So number 11 into the ball game, Alcala and Noel Gastelum. Some confusion there. Calexico has to burn a timeout here as they get their personnel straight here on this short yardage situation.
And we'll be back with more in a minute on VSN. We're back here live.
So offensively, the Bulldogs are going with Chris Nunez at center. The guards are Guzman, 73, Alvarado, 62, the tackles Sanchez and Rodriguez.
Looks like we have the Wildcat, Alcala, in the shotgun, and he drops the football.
Trying to run before you have it in your possession, and as a result, the first turnover of the ball game as the Bulldog offense, coughs it up at the 49-yard line of Vincent Memorial. Emilio Fimbres with a fumble recovery. So the Scott offense will take over under the direction of Jacobo Elias, who has 2,600 yards in total yardage, 1,900 passing for 19 touchdowns. His favorite targets are Cisneros and Cervantes.
1st and 10, Jacobo Elias at the 49. Fakes the handoff and he'll run with it. And Alcala's right there to bring him down. And so but not after he picks up 4 yards.
Trying to run behind the blocking of tackle number 66, Gabriel Tobias Duarte, trying to get to the outside, picked up about 3 yards there before, 4 yards before Luis Alcala was able to bring him down. So it'll be 2nd and 6, the ball at the 47-yard line of Calexico. 7:40 remaining here in the first quarter. No score in the ball game. Second offensive series for Vincent Memorial.
4 receivers left side. Jacobo Elias going to the right. And overthrows number 4, but there's flags
That's Miguel
all
Reese.
over the place.
Miguel Reese, the intended receiver. Last week, he caught a 25-yard post pattern strike for a touchdown, closing out the first half and giving Vincent its biggest lead, 25-7. But the Hopeville defense stiffened up and held Vincent scoreless last week and was able to pull out that come from behind victory. John, you were on the call. You were superb, along with Mike Swearingen. What was your take
On that last play?
on the great game?
Oh,
as
no,
well as-
there was one for the ages, that one. I mean, it reminded me of the Vincent Calexico game a couple of years ago. The last second determined the winner. And this was very similar to that, and it was just the reason why football is king in the Imperial Valley.
So at center, number 70, Carlos Valdez, 280 pounds. He's flanked by Andre Camacho and Gustavo Leon, Duarte and Martinez, the tackles.
1st and 10 at the 32. Elias with an empty backfield. 3 and 2. 3 to the near side, 2 to the far side. Has time. A little pass underneath. And number 6, that's
Diego
Cisneros,
Diego
will get a
Cisneros,
first down and goal inside the 10 at the 7.
a standout receiver, only a junior, using both hands to make that reception and carry the ball inside the red zone, inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line of Calexico. With 7:15 remaining here in the first quarter, the clock running. First and goal from the 7. Well, John, the field is beautifully painted. The end zones with Calexico on the north end and Bulldogs on the south end.
Good. Give thanks to our maintenance and operations crew. Danny Ocampo and his crew. Handoff to Carranza. And not much there as he was
Andrew
brought down.
Rivera, number 2, in to make the tackle. Andrew, a returning all Imperial Valley performer. Second team making his presence felt here early in the ball game. Coming in from his safety position. Blitzing from the outside and making that tackle. He was in the backfield just as Carranza was getting the handoff.
2nd and goal, Elias keeps it, airs it, and the pass, is it caught? Touchdown, Vincent Memorial. The pass to number 2, that is Oscar Garza from the 7-yard line. It looked like Jacobo was going to keep the ball, but just tosses it over and allows Vincent to hit pay dirt.
So after suffering a 4-yard loss on that first play from goal, and starting their second play from the 11-yard line, a scrambling Elias was able to find in the end zone the leaping Garza to make that catch as he got behind the defensive secondary of Calexico. It looked like Elias was going to run with the ball, John, so that's why the safety left the receiver and came up to make what he thought would be a potential touchdown-saving tackle.
Encroachment call on the point after with 6:11 to go in the first quarter.
Garza will be the holder. Valdez will be the long snapper, and the left-footed Elias will be attempting the point after.
And he splits the uprights. So Vincent's on top, 7-0 here in the battle for the border in the first quarter. And we'll be back with more in a minute on VSN.
Could you use help with your electric bill? Imperial Irrigation District, your public power provider, offers several payment assistance programs. Our income-qualified customers can save up to 20 or 30% on their electric bill and also receive assistance if they face service disconnection for non-payment. For assistance, call us at 1-800-303-7756. Visit one of our customer service centers or find us online at iid.com. IID, where customers always come first.
Inner Care since 1970. When it comes to healthcare, InterCare is here to help, with locations throughout the Imperial Valley. InterCare, improving the health and wellness of the community.
We're live here at Ward Field, battle for the border. A pass from Elias to Garza allows the Scots up 7-0. And Elias kicking off with Andrew Rivera returning the football. And is pulling guys with him all the way to the 40-yard line.
And he's brought down by number 61 for Vincent.
Bulldogs at the 40, 1st and 10. Bulldogs didn't do much on that first drive. And here they're starting their second drive with Bobby Montejano and Luis Alcala, Angelo Alcala. Let's get in motion. Alcala with a handoff, left side. Not much there in the B gap. Brought down by Martinez for Vincent.
Trying to run behind the blocking of Chris Nunez and Joseph Guzman. Not very much running room there. It'll be 2nd and 9 with 5:41 remaining here in the first quarter. Vincent drawing blood first at the 7-11 mark, and they lead 7-0. Calexico going left to right. The Scots defending the southern goal here on a beautiful October evening for football. The last Friday night lights of October, John, for 2023.
Esqueda on the jet sweep. And he'll power his way up, but only gets 3 yards.
Tackled by number 2, Oscar Garza. You know, with those faded yellow uniforms, they're supposed to be old gold. It's hard to pick up the numbers, at least for me, as you start edging up in the 70s, John. And that's not the temperature.
Nor the style. 3rd and 7 for Calexico.
What do you have against my flares tonight?
Bobby Montejano, right side, finds a receiver, Frankie Loera Rodriguez. Not quite enough for a first down. He's shy about a yard.
Montiel quick with a tackle there to deny him that first down yardage. So he's tackled his forward progress at the just shy of the 49-yard line. They need to get to the 50 for a first down. So it'll be short, a 4th down and a short, or I should say a long one. The Bulldogs on their last 4th down attempt in their first offensive series fumbled the snap in the Wildcat formation. Emilio Fimbres recovering for Vincent.
Under 4 minutes to go in this first quarter. Bobby Montejano comes to the right side, gets a first down and more, and he's pushed out of bounds by Carranza.
No, number 7, that was, Patricio Carranza. Man, John, you're on it tonight.
Is he the brother of number 22?
Possibly.
So a first down for Calexico inside Scott territory.
So defensively, the Scots go with Carranza, Zavala, Turner, Davalos, Munoz, Ascolani, Montiel, Cueva, Fimbres, Sainz, Barreño, Wong, and Quintero.
3:20 remaining. First quarter. 1st and 10. Calexico. Bobby Montejano. Runs into traffic but gets out. And is hit hard by Fimbres as he brought down a yard from the line of scrimmage.
So Fimbres from his nose tackle position, they kind of move him around either right over the center, over to fill in the gaps, as Vincent likes to use a 4-man front, 5 linebackers and 2 safeties. But Manuel Padilla, the defensive coordinator, has been mixing it up to give Bobby Montejano, that junior signal caller for Calexico, a different look on every play.
2nd and 9. That looks like Canchola. No, Noel Gastelum picking up a yard.
And number 23 and number 56 in for Vincent, Davalos, and Science, along with number 17 for the Vincent Memorial Scots.
Canchola and
That being
Alcala now in there.
Santiago Valle.
3rd and 8 for Calexico at the 45 of Vincent.
So under 2 minutes to play here. Vincent yet to dent the scoreboard.
Montejano looking for a receiver, and Canchola was not near the ball but intended for him.
Well, he was running a hot route, running the seam there between the two linebackers, and Esquer, who was running a 10 and out, was wide open in the flat. That's who I thought Montejano might go to, but the pass falls incomplete, so Calexico will be faced with a 4th and 8 from their 45-yard line of Vincent. And so you have Dominic Diaz into punt. He's standing at the Calexico 42-yard line, waiting for the snap from Christopher Nunez.
Dominic Diaz goes straight in the air. Not much distance. And then it takes a Scott bounce.
It looked like it might have deflected off one of the punt coverage players there that had his back to the ball.
And an 8-yard punt. But they're questioning the possession. Looks like Calexico may have gotten it. No? No.
Well, I thought it was deflected off of Calexico's backside.
Okay. First down, Vincent.
So tonight's referees are the white hat, and referee is Jesse J.J. Jackson. His umpire is Fred Ramsey. The head linesman is Randy Ross. The line judge is Lloyd James, and the back judge is James Bentley. An outstanding crew representing the Imperial Valley Referees Association. John, you know, we had the fortune of having Mr. Phillips, the assigner, with us on Monday night doing the girls' flag football game for the first, along with Michael Garcia, the two referees.
And we have an update with a bell game. Brawley and Central tied at 7.
That's going to be a barn burner, John. Whoever has the ball last is going to win that game.
Elias scrambling and sacked by Alcala.
A penalty flag in the backfield of Vincent Memorial, holding against Vincent as one of the offensive linemen to slow down that ferocious pass rush of Calexico, trying to protect his quarterback, Elias, and grabbing onto a jersey. And J.J. Jackson quick with a call. So it'll be 2nd and long, or repeat the down, 1st and long for Vincent Memorial as they march the ball back deep into their own territory.
They'll spot it at the 24. So 1st and 20 from the 24 for the Scots. Coming out of doubles with one lone setback. Elias in shotgun. And he takes a snap, rolling out this way, looking for a receiver. And intended for
number 24,
Cervantes.
And broken up by number 2,
Andrew Rivera.
Andrew Rivera. So man-to-man coverage on that play. A beautifully thrown pass by Elias. It was right there on the money, but both the defender and the receiver were there as well.
So a minute 15 remaining in the first quarter. Scots up 7-0. 2nd and 20. Elias in doubles. Screen pass. Deflected. Somebody touched it.
Well, John, Elias comes into the game. He's thrown 217 passes before tonight's ball game, completing 111 of them for 1,900 yards, for a 12.3 average per completion, 19 touchdown passes to his credit, averaging a little over 2 touchdown passes per game. His leading receivers are Cisneros, with 22 receptions, Carranza 32, and Garza with 20. So he spreads the wealth.
Elias finds a receiver down in the right flat. That's number 24, Carranza.
Cervantes,
number 24. Carranza's 22.
that's right.
So a fourth down, and the punting unit comes on for Vincent. And they're way back at their 30-yard line, fourth and 15.
So dropping back to receive inside his own 40-yard line is number 4, Marcos Esquer, that standout wide receiver for the Calexico Bulldogs. The mark of excellence, if you will.
Quintana with a punt, end over end. And nobody's returning it, and they'll down it at the 42.
And that was Esteban Turner downing that ball.
So 1st and 10. Calexico coming off that punt with 18 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
So Vincent comes out with their leading tacklers, Emiliano Fimbres, 127 tackles, and Lucio Ascolani with 134 tackles to put pressure on the Bulldog offense.
Angelo Alcala finds a hole in the middle and picks up 7 yards. We'll take it to about the 47, and that should be almost the end. Yes, it'll take us into the end of the first quarter.
Well, he was met head on by Juan Carlos Sáenz there for the stop.
And we'll be back with more in a minute on VSN.
Marianne Valenzuela Fenley is your State Farm insurance agent in the Imperial Valley. And like a good neighbor, she's located at 528 G Street in Brawley. Call State Farm agent Marianne Valenzuela Fenley at 760-344-0447 for your home, auto, and life insurance.
Whether you're looking to purchase or sell, your next home awaits. Give the Dom team a call. With over 50 years of experience and over 100 years in the Imperial Valley, Andy and Doug can help you find the right home at the right price fast. Visit us online at www.thedomteam.com and let Andrew and Doug find the perfect home for you. Call today, 760-337-8600.
We're live as we start the second quarter of play. Bulldogs are now going right to left. They've got the ball at their own 47-yard line. It's a 2nd and 4 for Calexico. Esquer in the backfield with Bobby Montejano. Frankie Loera split to the far side. 3 receivers here to the near side. And that added one more with Marco Esquer.
4 receivers and 3 defensive backs, John. Something has to give.
And another swing pass to number 5 for Calexico. That is Sean Torres, who will get a first down and more and take it to the Scott 41.
Sean Torres finally healthy after missing the first 7 games of the season after ACL injury last year in the Chula Vista game in the first round of CIF. Only a junior, a talented quarterback, really, John, a talented athlete. He can play any position there on offense, running back, wide receiver, and on defense as a linebacker or strong safety.
1st and 10 at the 40 for Calexico. Alcala will take it right side and picks up 5 and takes it to the 35 of the Vincent.
Number 31, Lucio Ascolani, making the tackle as Alcala was able to get past the line of scrimmage behind the blocking of Guzman and Nunez. A pickup of 5 on the play, the ball at the 35-yard line of Vincent Memorial between the hash marks. It'll be 2nd and 5, John Moreno with a call.
Davian Ramirez with the handoff. And not much there for him as he's brought down by
number 56.
Sáenz.
Juan Carlos Sáenz, John, do-all middle linebacker for Vincent Memorial, only a junior, but an astute student of the game, studies film, watches it on VSN, the replays, and what he doesn't have in size, he's 5'8", 190 pounds. He makes up with intelligence and determination.
3rd and 5. Everybody's in tight. Calexico. Rivera with the handoff. Breaks a tackle and can't get much there. In fact, he loses 5.
He missed. Emiliano Fimbres had him in the backfield, but his safety valve, Juan Carlos Sáenz, along with Lucio Ascolani, both coming in to make a tackle for a loss.
So a 4th and 10 now. Bulldogs are going to go for it at the 40. 9:44 remaining, second quarter.
You know, early in the season, they were using that crossing route with Marco Esquer down the middle, and they've kind of gotten away from that here in the latter stages of this season.
Montejano rolling. Short pass. Caught their number
and tackled
4.
immediately by number 32, Ricardo Richie Montiel, along with number 31, Lucio Ascolani.
Marco Esquer takes it to the 35, and Vincent will take over 1st and 10.
John, these Vincent defenders are ball hawks.
Well, that tells you why they're ranked very high in Division 5, Vic.
So 9:13 remaining here in the second quarter. Vincent leads 7-0. If you just joined us here at Willis Ward Field, Calexico celebrating homecoming night, and also introduced the seniors as well. A beautiful presentation, John. I was impressed with your enunciation and just giving every player their credit and their due.
Thank you, Vic. 1st and 10, Jacobo Elias.
And Nani would have been impressed with your enunciation in Spanish.
Thank you. He'll keep it. The 40, 45, breaks a tackle and brought down by Canchola, but not until he picks up 11 yards and gets up 1st and 10.
Amazing how you were rolling those R's.
You got to. My Spanish has gotten better.
Well, working in the produce section at Super Shopping under the tutelage of Ernie Villa.
It had to, but it had to. First and 10, Vincent.
8:35 remaining here in the second quarter. Vincent 7, Calexico 0. Number 22, Carranza.
Left side. Picks up a couple of yards.
11.
And 55 on the stop.
Alcalá in to make the stop along with number 55 for Calexico.
Jose Zavala.
Jose Zavala.
So 2nd and 8 for Vincent, right at the 49. 8:03 remaining in the second quarter. Elias with a quick pass. It's caught, but not much there, and stopped by number 10, Canchola. That's Cervantes. No gain.
Yeah, coming out, running alongside the line of scrimmage on a little out pattern. And but Canchola wasn't fooled as he came up from his outside linebacking position and quickly cut down Cervantes. So it'll be 3rd and a long 8 from the 49-yard line of Vincent Memorial. They've got trips on the left, doubles on the right, empty backfield.
Elias goes deep. A man is there. Number 6, Garza. Cisneros.
You know, John, and that was the play that he scored a 45-yard touchdown pass play against Hopeville to open up the scoring in the first half last week.
Guarded well by Sean Torres. Good coverage. It'll bring up a 4th down at midfield.
So just off the fingertips of Cisneros.
And an illegal man downfield, it looks like. Is that what he's... Nope. Is it?
Well, whatever the call, Vincent right now is faced with a 4th and 8 from their own 48. Let's see what the penalty, if there is one, as J.J. Jackson is conferring with head coach Fernando Solano here in front of the Bulldog bench.
Illegal man downfield. It'd probably be declined, and they'll have to go punt the ball. 7 minutes remaining, second quarter.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if Vincent goes for it. Well, their punting team is coming in. Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't gamble, John, or play the lottery.
Or play the horses, or shoot dice, or play cards.
Run, Rena, run, and tally ho the fox in the fifth.
Quintana punting for the Scots, and way back over there is Marco Esquer. It's a good punt. Takes a Bulldog bounce. It'll be down to about the 20.
And once again, Esteban Turner downing that punt deep in Bulldog territory. So with 6:52 remaining here in the second quarter, the score unchanged. Vincent 7, Calexico 0, and it'll be Calexico's ball.
Calexico needs to start moving the ball, start getting some positive yardage. It's been rather difficult for them to find their rhythm.
Well, the passing game, the line, has been providing the necessary time, but the Vincent coverage on defense has been outstanding, not allowing Calexico yards after the catch.
Montejano keeping it and can't find any room there, and stopped by number 31 for Vincent.
That's Lucio Ascolani. John Ascolani came into the game leading the, I think he leads the Valley in tackles. He had 134 coming into the game, and he's probably up over 10 tackles now.
Loss of 5 yards on that keeper by Montejano.
So the linebacking crew of Ascolani, Sayans, along with the corners of Turner and Montiel, out guarding Andrew Rivera man-to-man.
Quick pass to Esquer. Gets it past the original line of scrimmage and almost up to the first down marker as he's pushed out of bounds by number 17 for the Scots.
That's Santiago Valle. We remember him from last week, John.
There's a penalty flag that may nullify that game.
Here's an updated roster provided by David Wong. And number 88, Jose Luis Wong, is now number 46.
Holding penalty. We have an update in the second quarter. Central 14, Brawley 7. 10 minutes remaining in the second quarter for the Central and Brawley Bell game.
Well, the first of the traditional season-ending games of the regular season was played last night in Calapat as the Hopeville Vikings, the newly crowned champs of the Desert League, as a result of their victory over Vincent last week, and then their 53-7 victory last night at Calapat, also not only being the sole holders of the crown with a 3-0 record. Vincent finishes at a 2-1, and the Palo Verde Yellow Jackets finish 1-2. And Calipatria finishes 0-3.
Second and very long, Calexico. Bobby Montejano getting chased. And nothing there, and losing yardage, but still picks up a couple.
So they were faced with a 2nd and 18. Now it'll be a 3rd and about 14. Calexico needs to get to their 30-yard line for a first down. The ball at the 18-yard line. Make it the 16-yard line. I stand to be corrected, John. Where's that penalty jar, that fine jar?
Actually, the 17, Vic. So 3rd and 13 from the 17. Montejano out of the shotgun with Noel Gastelum in the backfield. Can't find any time and is flushed and sacked at the 5.
Who was that? Emilio
Number 17, number 0 for Vincent. 17 and 0. That's
Juan Gabriel Martinez.
and number 17, Santiago Valle. And the Bulldogs keep going further and further back. They'll have to punt the football away.
Yeah, Martinez used to be number 87 or 97, excuse me.
Dominic Diaz kicking from his end zone.
And you've got number 7, Carranza, along with number 24.
Timeout is called, and we'll be back with more in a minute on VSN.
Ojeda Industries is here to offer solutions with exceptional products and services for all your agricultural, industrial, and power transmission needs. It's Ojeda Industries, hydraulic repair service in Brawley at 1698 Jones Street. Call us at 760-623-7299.
We're live at Willis Ward Field for the battle for the border. Dominic Diaz punting for Calexico Bulldogs on a 4th and 20, way back in his end zone. This time it's a beautiful punt, and it's picked up by number 7, Carranza, at the 44.
And tackled immediately by number 61 for Calexico.
Jesus Peña, number 61. So Vincent with the ball again. First and 10. Jacobo Elias with an empty backfield. 3 split to the near side, 2 to the far. Elias pressured, breaks away. Penalty flags. And knocked out of bounds at the 34, at the 33.
So offensively, Vincent likes to go with number 70, Carlos Valdez, at center. The guards are number 55, Andre Camacho, and number 74, Gustavo Leon. All of them juniors, as well as another junior, Gabriel Tobias Duarte, number 66 at tackle, and the sophomore at tackle, number 79, Claudio Martinez. So Vincent, not only this year, John, but next year will have an outstanding offensive front. Tobias making all league last year as the sophomore in the Desert League.
A holding penalty nullifying the gain by Jacobo Elias.
The son of Romilu Castellanos de Duarte, Arnis, along with Tobias Duarte.
Elias over the middle, underneath, incomplete.
Intended for number 24.
Cervantes.
Leonel Canchola, only a sophomore linebacker. Excellent defensive coverage there. Batting the pass away at the final second.
Making his presence felt.
So with 3 minutes, 20 seconds remaining, it'll be 2nd and 20 for the Scots. The ball at the Scott 46-yard line. They need to get to the Calexico 34-yard line for a first down.
Doubles formation. Elias rolling out this way.
He's open.
And he'll go deep. And it's intercepted by Andrew Rivera. And taking it back the other way, the 35 and the 40. So Andrew Rivera picking up Jacobo Elias pass.
That was intended for Diego Cervantes, who was wide open. The pass underthrown, and Diego Cisneros. And Cisneros made that tackle on Rivera.
And Rivera making some big plays there for Calexico.
On defense, a returning all IVL player from last year. He's a senior.
And it's all about who wants this more. You know, these bragging rights for the city. Who's the city champion?
So the turnover on that interception with 3:01 remaining here in the first half. Vincent leading 7-0. Calexico takes over. The ball at their own 40-yard line. Bobby Montejano at quarterback.
Alcalá finds a hole in the left side and picks up 3. And Fimbres there on the stop for Vincent.
Fimbres reminded me of the guys back in the 60s that would jump on the pile at the end and roll over. Then the announcer would call their name out as they were the last one to get up. Or the little small linebacker was the one that made the tackle.
Or the safety.
Yeah. No, but Fimbres is a force on defense, John. Calexico trying to run away from him as now he's playing on the right side.
2nd and 7. Alcalá going to the right. And brought down by looks like number 7 or 2 is having a hard time getting up.
7, if it's 7, it's Patricio Carranza. Number 2, it would be Pulido. So 2:05 remaining, and what we thought was going to be a high-scoring affair with these explosive offenses, neither one has been able to get untracked as it's been a defensive battle displayed by both sides of the ball, both teams. Well, John, you're right. You throw the statistics out the window, you throw the records out the window, but don't do it here at Willis Ward Field in the press box. And you know, it's just mano a mano in the trenches, and both teams have a lot of respect for each other, and it shows out there on the field.
A 3rd and short for Calexico coming up. They got to get to midfield for the first down. Bobby Montejano and Noel Gastelum in the backfield.
Under 2 minutes remaining.
Frankie and Marco split to the far side. Takes the dive. Canchola gets the handoff, gets a first down as he'll take it to the 48 of Vincent and move those chains for Calexico.
I don't think anybody tackled him. He tripped over his own shoelaces or a blade of grass that wasn't cut there during the pregame warm-ups.
But nonetheless, a much needed first down for Calexico.
And the clock is running under 1:30. Vincent 7, Calexico 0. We'd like to thank all our viewing audience for tuning in here for the Battle for the Border. Whether you're in your garage, in your living room, or the family room, enjoy the broadcast.
Bobby has pressure and is sacked by Martinez. So a loss of yardage there.
So number 0, Martinez, there to make the stop.
And we'll be back with more in a minute on VSN.
Imperial Flying Service, taking care of the entire Imperial Valley with all your aviation fuel needs. Imperial Flying Service is a proud supporter of our U.S. military, the aviation community, and all Imperial Valley communities.
minute 7 remaining in the second quarter for Calexico and Vincent. Bulldogs have the football on a 2nd and 13. Bobby Montejano with the shotgun snap, screen pass. And Alcalá trying to run before he catches the ball, and there's a penalty flag.
Immediately covering on the play was linebacker number 56, Juan Carlos Sáenz, who has two touchdowns off interceptions, the last one being against Southwest. At Southwest, a game that was covered live on VSN. So he's very good at reading the quarterback's eyes, wanting to find out which direction the play's going before he commits himself. So, John, a minute 2 remaining here in the first half. Calexico faced with a 2nd and 14.
Holding penalty against Calexico.
Is that a 5-yarder or 10-yarder?
It's 10 yards, and it's inside the 40 at the 38. And
So-
Calexico was 2nd and about 25.
An obvious passing situation as Calexico sends out 2 receivers to the near side.
That's Frankie and Marco split to the near side. Alcalá in the backfield. Canchola in the slot. Leo Canchola in the slot. Bobby Rowland throws it on the run. And did Leo Canchola make the reception, hit the ground?
Hit the ground. It was kind of like a shovel pass or a shot put scoop pass, and didn't have enough juice under it, or enough air under it, so it falls incomplete. So it'll be 3rd and 23.
With less than a minute to go in the first half.
Well, Calexico has 2 downs to get a first down, John. They need to get to the Vincent Memorial 38-yard line.
And they didn't want to go into halftime with no score up there.
I would try to get the ball into Marco Esquer's hands.
Alcalá to the right side. Runs into traffic. Picks up 7. So now a 4th down for Calexico.
So do you punt and give Elias the ball inside the 30? Or do you try to go for a first down, and if you don't get it, you give Elias the ball at your own 45?
No, you punt and you put it way back.
Remember, against Southwest, he had that 96-yard touchdown pass to Miguel Ruiz in the closing seconds of the first half that got Vincent back in the game and tied it up 20-20 at the half.
Timeout is called, and we'll be back with more in a minute on VSN.
Grosso's, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1955. Family owned and operated. Located at 1902 West Main Street, El Centro. Grosso's is open Wednesday through Sunday at 5 p.m. Order to go or come in for the Italian dining experience.
We're live here at Willis Ward Field for the Battle for the Border in 2023. Calexico getting set to punt with 13 seconds remaining in the first half. Standing way back to receive the punt, number 7, Patricio Carranza. Dominic Diaz with the punt. Bad snap. He's going to decide to run, make do with something. And so Elias will get the ball.
With 4 seconds remaining.
At the 45 of Calexico.
Vincent, under offensive head coach coordinator Fernando Santana, would love to take put the second nail in the coffin of Vincent, Calexico, seeing if they can score with 4 seconds remaining. Bulldog defense and a prevent defense. Torres and Andrew Rivera playing
Well, if he goes in the air, Vic, he'll have at least 2 shots.
Well, 4 seconds if he goes deep.
Oh, it's 4 seconds? No, he has 1 shot. And this is the shot he'll take. Has time. And
that's it.
And that's the end of the first half with a score. Vincent 7, Calexico 0. We'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Join us at Cal Jones Field for the next Bell game, Friday, October 27th at 7 p.m. South Cali Air Conditioning, proud sponsor of Central Union High School Athletics.
Tire Company. We are a local family-owned business specializing in tires and automotive needs. We are located at 114 Main Street, El Centro. Call us at 760-352-1721.
Day in and day out, your publicly owned Imperial Irrigation District proudly delivers low-cost, reliable energy service to its customers in the Imperial and Coachella Valleys. When compared to other power providers, IID's residential, commercial, and governmental customers all save up to 50% on their monthly energy bills. That's because IID is committed to more than just delivering power. IID is committed to you. IID, where customers always come first.
Letterman and Bros, keeping up with the all-American high school tradition, athletics and academics. 20 years of experience serving the whole Imperial Valley.
We just moved, so there's millions of...
Valley is in bloom, over 9 acres. When we started, we grew 1/4 of an acre.
Now I'm taking on new products on the regular.
We always dreamed of having this property, so...
I want to make my yard look as beautiful as...
Largemouth bass.
Yep.
We've got tons of them, don't we, buddy?
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours?
Visit us online at rdoequipment.com or contact your local RDO for in-stock availability.
Havens and Sons Trucking is located at 603 East Main Street in El Centro and is a business specialized in gravel, rock, stone, fill dirt, base, landscape rock, topsoil sand, and all your hauling needs.
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
We're here at Burgers and Beer with the best burgers in town.
We get to sit together and enjoy the great food.
I like from Burgers and Beer is in the lemonade.
For the fresh iced tea, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
It was wonderful, very fast, very efficient.
I love the great food and family environment.
I love the burgers and the customer service.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
Varsity Made Letterman Jackets. Save time and money by ordering online today at varsitymade.co.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our halftime show as we normally open it from the Chocolate Mountains to the Sea of Cortez. Here on a beautiful October evening at Willis Ward Field, the Calexico Bulldogs and Vincent Memorial Scots in the battle for the border, and double excitement as Calexico is also celebrating homecoming festivities here at halftime. But tonight we have a special guest here with us, a former Bulldog standout in athletics, particularly in softball, where she played softball in her collegiate career, and now she's in her second year as the athletic director for crosstown rival Vincent Memorial. We welcome Carla Soto. Carla, welcome.
Hi, Vic. Thank you for inviting me once again.
So, Carla, tell us what's been happening with excitement at Vincent Memorial in the Desert League and fall activities, and particularly with girls flag football.
Oh, we had a great year. This is our first year, the whole Valley. We had a really successful year. We finished top 21 in San Diego section. We finished fourth here in the Valley. So it was a good, successful, and season for us. We learned a lot. We're ready for next year already. Well, we're actually waiting for playoffs, but this was an exciting year for the girls. We had actually more than 25 girls on the team. They were all excited. It was a new experience for all of us, and we really enjoyed it. It's not over yet, but so far it was a great outcome.
Well, John Moreno and I on VSN had the pleasure of calling our first girls flag football game Monday night for the mythical Imperial Valley Championship between Brawley and Calexico here at Calexico, that Calexico was able to win. And so hopefully we'll be able to do a girls flag football game for Vincent in the near future in the playoffs or next season, as we're going to start expanding our repertoire and our scheduling of events, particularly as we improve on our equipment. But tell us, what's the fall been like since school started, and how are you able to balance all these activities? You have volleyball, girls flag football, boys football, cross country, I think, or girls tennis?
No, we have girls tennis and girls golf. So with the girls tennis, they had a very successful season, IVL champs. For the girls golf, they had a really good season too. We had the player of the year, Laura Rojas. For volleyball, they went to the playoffs for the Division 5A playoffs for the first time. It was a full of activities. It was a good season. Fall went by flying, and right now we only have flag football left with the playoffs and football as well. We have our girls golf and girls tennis with the CIF playoffs as well.
And so what have been the challenges for you at Vincent Memorial, plus the successes that you've had at Vincent Memorial after 1 year under your belt, and now you're into the first third of your second year?
Well, this year has been running a lot more smoother. I know what to expect. I'm ready for it. I can plan ahead. Last year went by flying by. I can't really tell you everything that I had to go through, but I think that this year I was a lot more prepared for this and excited. Like I said, last year I didn't really know what to expect, so I was going day by day. Right now I'm able to plan it out a little bit more. We're able to get the students a lot more involved with coming out and cheering, supporting our teams, and it's been good. It's been going by smooth. It's been going by successful. So I'm excited for the rest of the seasons, winter and spring.
Well, as we're closing out the month of October here, the last game in October, and the playoffs start next week, but also starting next week will be basketball practice in November for the girls and boys basketball teams. And Vincent historically has always had very good basketball teams in both genders. What do you look for this year?
This year, we're trying to get a JV team, hopefully, for the girls. Last year, we were only able to have a varsity team. Very successful season for the girls, very competitive as well. This year, our goal is to have JV and varsity. And for the boys, we still have a lot of freshmen coming in, so we're going to have a full freshman JV and varsity team. Very competitive season that's coming up. For soccer, too, we have boys and girls soccer coming up. Last year, we had a good new staff come in and really help us build up the program. So I'm looking forward to the second year of that.
Is there any closing commentary that you'd like to make regarding Vincent Memorial or yourself and in your career?
I'm very excited for what's coming. We got big things coming up. The athletes are showing up. They're excited. I'm excited to go through their season with them, to help them as much as I can. And this is really the beginning for me. I'm excited for what's coming.
Well, Carla, I congratulate you on your inspiring career. You're certainly the right person for the position at Vincent Memorial. It's an outstanding school, and with you there leading the athletics, they're going to go even higher. So thank you for gracing our halftime. It's been a while since we've had you. We've tried to get this. They say the third time's a charm.
And it was. So thank you for having me.
Okay, now go down and cheer your brother on. He's one of the king candidates for homecoming, right?
Yes. So hopefully he'll take it tonight. That's exciting. I'm excited to be here. Thanks, Vic.
Ladies and gentlemen, Carla Soto, the Vincent Memorial Athletic Director, will be back with more in a minute on VSN.
Hasbros, it's that time of year again. Team shirt options are available and ready to go out for adult, youth, and toddler sizes. Call us and let us know how we can help at 760-550-6878.
El Distrito de Irrigación de Imperial, su proveedor de energía pública, ofrece varios programas de asistencia de pago. Nuestros clientes con ingresos que califiquen pueden ahorrar entre un 20 o 30% en su factura de electricidad y también recibir ayuda si enfrentan desconexiones por falta de pago. Para recibir ayuda, llámenos al 1-800-303-7756. Visite uno de nuestros centros de servicio al cliente o visite iid.com. iid, donde los clientes siempre son primero.
Imperial Valley College is the #1 community college in the nation, winner of the 2023 Aspen Prize for Community College Excellence.
We have created our own drink company. The fastest growing sports drink in history.
We will run! We will run!
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have it.
The monkey has prime!
This season, we are hydrated.
The official sports drink of the UFC. It's time!
Oh, that's good.
Yeah!
The Brawley Police Foundation is an independent, nonprofit organization that provides grant funding and crucial resources to the Brawley Police Department, with programs that would normally not be funded. These programs directly improve public safety and enhance the quality of life for our citizens.
Could you use help with your electric bill? Imperial Irrigation District, your public power provider, offers several payment assistance programs. Our income-qualified customers can save up to 20 or 30% on their electric bill and also receive assistance if they face service disconnection for non-payment. For assistance, call us at 1-800-303-7756, visit one of our customer service centers, or find us online at iid.com. IID, where customers always come first.
InnerCare, since 1970. When it comes to healthcare, InnerCare is here to help, with locations throughout the Imperial Valley. InnerCare, improving the health and wellness of the community.
Marianne Valenzuela Fenley is your State Farm insurance agent in the Imperial Valley. And like a good neighbor, she's located at 528 G Street in Brawley. Call State Farm agent Marianne Valenzuela Fenley at 760-344-0447 for your home, auto, and life insurance.
Whether you're looking to purchase or sell, your next home awaits.
give the Dom team a call. With over 50 years of experience and over 100 years in the Imperial Valley, Andy and Doug can help you find the right home at the right price fast. Visit us online at www.thedomteam.com and let Andrew and Doug find the perfect home for you. Call today, 760-337-8600.
Ojeda Industries is here to offer solutions with exceptional products and services for all your agricultural, industrial, and power transmission needs. It's Ojeda Industries, hydraulic repair service in Brawley at 1698 Jones Street. Call us at 760-623-7299.
Imperial Flying Service, taking care of the entire Imperial Valley with all your aviation fuel needs. Imperial Flying Service is a proud supporter of our U.S. military, the aviation community, and all Imperial Valley communities.
Grosso's, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1955. Family owned and operated. Located at 1902 West Main Street, El Centro. Grosso's is open Wednesday through Sunday at 5 p.m. Order to go or come in for the Italian dining experience.
And now, Leo Cachola will honor tradition by placing the cape on our king and queen, on our queen, and cheer captain Natalia Padilla will place the cape on our king. Now we will start our tradition of singing the football every year. Can we please have the kings sign the football? One more time, please give another round of applause for our entire 2023 football homecoming Royal Bulldog Force.
Join us at Cal Jones Field for the next Bell game Friday, October 27th at 7 p.m. South Cali Air Conditioning, proud sponsor of Central Union High School Athletics.
Tire Company. We are a local family-owned business specializing in tires and automotive needs. We are located at 114 Main Street, El Centro. Call us at 760-352-1721.
Day in and day out, your publicly owned Imperial Irrigation District proudly delivers low-cost, reliable energy service to its customers in the Imperial and Coachella Valleys. When compared to other power providers, IID's residential, commercial, and governmental customers all save up to 50% on their monthly energy bills. That's because IID is committed to more than just delivering power. IID is committed to you. IID, where customers always come first.
From the Chocolate Mountains to the Sea of Cortez, all along the border on a Friday night, it's exciting Imperial Valley football here at Willis Ward Field in Calexico on this final Friday of October as the visiting Vincent Memorial Scots from across town come to take on the Calexico Bulldogs in the battle for the border. The Bulldogs celebrating homecoming tonight, but after 2 quarters of play, there hasn't been much to celebrate as Vincent Memorial with 7:11 remaining in the first quarter on an 11-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Jacobo Elias to number 2, Oscar Garza, put the first 6 points up in the game, and then Elias with a point after attempt gave us the 7 points that gives Vincent the 7-0 lead that they've taken after 2 quarters of play. So Calexico will be receiving the second half kickoff from Vincent Memorial, and with 30 seconds remaining here in halftime, the Bulldog Brain Trust led by Fernando Solano has had to put something together at halftime. As we welcome back the voice of choice, the real deal, that master blaster, your friend and mine, Johnny Mo, John Moreno Brown.
Hey, Vic, well, here we are. Halftime is just over. We're going to get started for another 24 minutes of football for the final game of the season, of the regular season, and hopefully it is almost exciting as the first half.
Well, John, are you short of breath, or is it just you're excited about after 2 quarters of play?
Try running up these stairs, Vic.
Hey, back when I was in high school, my junior and senior year, I used to have to run them 25 times a day for baseball practice, 4 days a week. But the bleachers were maybe a third of the size as they are now.
Yeah.
But try that with a baseball uniform and heavy steel cleats.
So Calexico will get the ball first as their kicker Quintana has a pooch kick. And it's touched on the far side by Frankie Loera.
And that's a name that we haven't heard very much in tonight's ball game, John, as the Bulldogs haven't been able to get some consistency in their offense, and credit the Scott defense with their tenacity, particularly their defensive leaders, Fimbres, Science, along with Ascolani and Montiel.
So 1st and 10 for Calexico at the 20.
I'm going to need a drink of water there to clear
30.
my throat.
At the 20. And Bobby Montejano, Noel and Alcala in the backfield. Fakes the dive, shoots it to Esquer. And swarmed by Scots at the 20, so no gain.
That was number 7, Carranza, along with number 25, Eric Munoz, and number 32, Ricardo Montiel. So a horde of Scots They're covering on that play.
2nd and 9 for the Bulldogs.
Short pickup on the play, make it 2nd and 9 from the Bulldog 21-yard line. Bulldogs find themselves down by a score of 7-0. VSN, John Moreno with a call.
Montejano, shotgun snap. 2 receivers right side. Alcala will take the handoff. Up the middle. And grabs about 8 yards, Vic, and takes it to the 29. So a good gain by Angelo Alcala.
In to make the stop for Vincent Memorial, number 56, Juan Carlos Sáenz, along with number 57 of Vincent Memorial.
3rd and 1. 3rd and a yard to go.
So defensively, the Scots go with Carranza, Zavala, Turner, Dávalos, Muñoz, Ascolani, and Montiel. Cueva, Fimbres, Sáenz, Jose Luis Wong wearing jersey number 46 tonight, and Martinez wearing jersey 0.
Marcos Quer, jet sweep, right side. Gets a first down and more. Crossing midfield and is pushed out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
Number 31, Lucio Ascolani, coming from the right side here, is playing right cornerback, racing across the field and able to catch up with Esquer, who was running a jet sweep on the far side in front of the Vincent bench. John, it looked like he was going to take it to the house there. I could see the excitement building up in your throat.
Well, he got excellent yardage on that run, Vic. He's always done well on that jet sweep.
You got to get the ball into your skilled players, John.
That's right. Noel Gastelum showed shades of brilliance with a 9-yard gain to the 33.
Bypassing number 52, Emilio Fimbres, and 0 for the Scots, Martinez, as he busted up the middle for a pickup of 9 yards. It'll be 2nd and short. The ball at the Scott 33-yard line. The Scots defending the northern goal here at Willis Ward Field. A beautiful October evening, John. You got your Halloween costume ready for Tuesday?
I'm ready to go. Is it already Tuesday?
The 31st.
Leo Canchola sweeping this way, 30 and to the 29.
Pushed out of bounds by number 32, Ricardo Montiel, and number 7, Patricio Carranza. Carranza came into tonight's game with 32 tackles on the season, Montiel with 44.
Bulldogs finding some rhythm here, Vic.
The leading defenders are Ascolani with 134 tackles, followed by Fimbres with 127.
1st and 10 for Calexico. At the
Bulldogs
Vincent,
trying to counter with Canchola and Gastelum in the backfield.
at the 29. Alcala lowers his shoulder, gets some room to the 20, to the 19.
Did he pick up a first down, John?
Picked up 9 yards, Vic, and they'll spot it at the 20.
Okay, he had to get down to the 19.
Right, and it's 8 minutes remaining third quarter.
So they said his knee hit the ground at the 22-yard line. So they're short, 2nd and 3. Bulldogs running behind the blocking of Nunez, Guzman, Alvarado, Sanchez, and Rodriguez.
So Esquer and Loera split to the far side. Alcala in the backfield. Sean Torres in the slot. Sean Torres fakes the dive to him. And Bobby Montejano scrambling.
Brought down by number 73 of Vincent.
So he loses yardage there, Vic.
They don't have a 73 on their roster.
It's 3rd and long. Calexico at the 27. Going in. 7:14 remaining. Third quarter.
John, you have your binoculars. Is it 73 or 72? He's wearing blue shoes there at the right defensive tackle.
I'll get you right now, Vic.
And he's got a pink.
It's 77.
Pink wristband.
It's 77. Marco Esquer.
That's
Canchola down the far sideline. Touchdown, Calexico. Lionel Canchola takes it from the 27. A fake to Marco Esquer. Canchola gets the ball, takes it to the house, and now we got a ball game, folks.
Well, leading the blocking there was pulling guard number 51, Javier Rodriguez, number 51. Had to be careful that he didn't get a blocking in the back inside the 10-yard line, but the Bulldogs finally get on the scoreboard with 6:44 remaining here in the third quarter as we get set for the Dominic Diaz point after attempt. Marco Esquer, number 4, with the hold. Nunez with a snap.
And it's good. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we're tied in the third quarter with 6:44 to go.
And as they would say in Texas, John, we got a ball game.
We got a ball game. Tonight's game is brought to you by Esquer Realty. Discover your dream home with Mark Esquer Realty. Call them at 357-9707, the mark of excellence. By Burgers and Beer, for the best burgers in town, it's always Burgers and Beer, open 7 days a week. By the El Centro Police Department, quality of life, protection, and service is our commitment. By Imperial Valley College, the #1 college in the nation, founded in 1962. #1 junior college. La Fonda Bar and Grill, a fiesta of flavor in every bite. An El Centro tradition located at 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro. By Letterman and Bros. Have you earned your varsity letter yet? We'll get your Letterman jacket started today at Letterman and Bros. By Sanders Incorporated, architecture and engineering. Experience innovative design with Jimmy Sanders. Wishing all our Imperial Valley schools a safe and successful season. By Keystone HR. Unlock your company's potential with Keystone HR, the trusted partner for all your human resource needs. Call us at 357-2929. By Sunbelt Rentals. Need equipment for your next project? Look to the experts at Sunbelt Rentals. Visit our website at sunbeltrentals.com. And by Grasso's, famous for their Italian dining. And wow, what a kick by Dominic Diaz. Looked like it almost split the uprights as he kicked off to the Scots. By Marianne Valenzuela Finley, State Farm Insurance Agent. Like a good neighbor, Marianne is there at 344-0447. By the Town Pump Steakhouse, open Tuesday through Saturday. Call us for reservations at 344-3663. By Prime Hydration, brought to you by Alfred's Distributing. By Almada's Outlet, the best brand mattress. Say the code VSN and get a free box spring. By CR&R Incorporated. We'll get to them after this play. A 1st and 10 for the Scots at their 20-yard line.
Jacobo at quarterback.
Handing off to Carranza. Stopped by Alcala and number 55 for Calexico. That is Jose Zavala.
Well, anyway, John.
So a yard gain only.
Impressive statistics provided by David Wong on Jacobo Elias. In 3 years as a starting quarterback, he's accomplished 7,041 yards passing. His first year as a sophomore, he passed for 2,222 yards. His junior year last year, an astonishing 2,920 yards. And he comes into this game tonight with 1,899 yards. We'll get to his rushing stats after this play.
Lots of time. Swing it to the left side. Stopped by Andrew Rivera and taken by Carranza for a pickup of 10 and a first down. They'll spot it at the 31-yard line.
And for rushing, John, he's accumulated 2,419 yards. So he's almost at 10,000 yards on his career. And he still has a couple of games to go tonight, as well as at least a couple of CIF games starting next week.
3 receivers split this way. Elias will take the shotgun snap. Hands it off to Carranza. And a bunch of guys in there on the stop. Number 9. Number 3, Andrew Rivera. Number 21, Noel Gastelum. Number 9 being Bobby Montejano.
Well, the Bulldogs are led defensively by Andrew Rivera with 48 tackles on the season, Leonel Canchola with 46 tackles, Leo Canchola with 56 tackles, Alcalá with 43 tackles on the season, along with Luis Vasquez, who has 33 tackles.
A gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 for Vincent. Elias with time. Steps up. Will decide to keep it. It gets almost a first down and hit pretty hard there by Canchola, Leo Canchola.
So you have Leonel, number 3, and Leo, number 10.
And 1st and 10.
And Leotis, who would be number 21, John. Canchola, that is.
Leo, yeah. 1st and 10 at the 41.
It's almost like Luis Francisco and Luis Fernando, right?
Yes, pretty close. And George Foreman's 5 sons, George.
Along with his hamburger.
Elias going deep. A man is there. Intended for Carranza, number 22, but guarded
closely by Steve Torres.
Double teamed.
And Bobby Montejano, the 2 quarterbacks, playing defense. So Fernando Solano going with his best athletes on defense. And both number 5 and number 9, Torres and Montejano, are juniors, John.
Second and 10 at the 41. Cervantes with a handoff this time, coming this way. And Andrew Rivera just pushes him way out of bounds, but not after he gains a couple of yards. Penalty flags.
Penalty flag called on number, well, let's see. If it goes against Vincent, it'd be against number 22, Carranza, who didn't like being pulled down by Steve Torres. Torres thinking that Carranza was the ball carrier.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. But it was a clean tackle. I mean, he just brought him.
Well, it was mistaken identity. Carranza didn't have the ball.
So it's it's a 15-yarder, and they're pushing him back.
You know, and those penalties hurt Vincent Memorial's cause last week in the 4th quarter against Hopeville that, unfortunately for Vincent, allowed Hopeville to get back into the game and to pull it out on the last second with that 1-yard scramble by Alonso Cuevas, the quarterback, only a sophomore for Hopeville.
2nd and 23. Back inside the 30.
And he passed for 4 touchdowns last night in the first half against Calapat as the Hopeville Vikings victorious in the Axe game against the Calipatria Hornets.
Okay. Excuse me, it's a 3rd down and 23. Elias shotgun snap. Has time. Looking. Airs it out. And intended for number 4. That's Miguel Ruiz. But not till the
Frankie Loera Rodriguez, number 13, covering on that play.
So they'll have to punt the football.
So a fired up Bulldog defense. They were fired up in the first half, John, holding the vaunted high-scoring offense of Vincent Memorial to only 7 points, and that coming in the first 7 minutes and 11 seconds on the 11-yard pass from Elias to Garza in the end zone.
Quintana punting, and Marco Esquer inside his 40.
Quintana standing inside his 15-yard line at the 12.
End over end. And we'll take a Bulldog bounce at the 48. Calexico takes over at the 48.
And number 56, Juan Carlos Science on the punt coverage team, downing that ball. So what say you, John? After
what say I? I say rhythm for Calexico seems to be going as they had the rhythm in the last series of play, and it'll continue, hopefully.
Well, John, the rhythm's going to get you.
The rhythm of the night, yeah. But you can't count out the defense and the way Vincent covers the receivers and plugs up the hole. So it's you got to play your best.
Well, John, this game once again may come down to whoever has the ball last.
Bobby Montejano. Low snap. Davian Ramirez.
Brought down by number 12, Esteban Turner.
It's getting pretty physical out there.
And it should be, John. This is a meaningful game, the battle for the border.
The 3-yard gain for Ramirez.
Both teams with outstanding football players. They respect each other, John, and you'd only expect them to play their best. And as an opponent, you'd want them to give you their best shot.
Every play, every down. Second and 7. Little handoff to Andrew Rivera. He'll take it to the 44. A pickup of 5.
Brought down by number 45.
So it's a holding penalty against Calexico, nullifying that gain by Andrew Rivera. So they'll
45 being Jose Luis Wong, who used to be number 88.
Okay, we may note that change. 2:41 remaining third quarter. We're tied at 7 in the battle for the border.
So Wong is playing the right defensive end or outside linebacker, wearing the blue shoes.
2nd and 20 for Calexico. Alcala back in there. Number 5, Sean Torres. Lowers his shoulders and takes it to the original line of scrimmage, a pickup of 10. So we look at the offense that Calexico runs. They like those jet sweeps.
Well,
we haven't seen the short passing. We haven't seen.
3rd and 10. Well, you got Emilio Fimbres anchoring the middle of the defensive line. Then you have Science right behind him at the middle linebacker position. And he's tough to run against.
3rd and 10.
And then you have Lucio Ascolani, the cornerback, who's all over the field.
Alcala with a handoff, right side. Gets a necessary yardage for a first down. He's still on his feet. Takes it inside the 30 and a flag at the 40.
And Ascolani there making the tackle, as it looked like Canchola was going to break it away and take it to the house.
And we have the referees conferring.
In what vicinity was the flag thrown, John?
Right at the 40-yard line as Alcala was running down.
Was it a face mask or was it a block behind the back?
Not sure here.
Well, J.J. Jackson, first name is Jesse, wearing the white hat. An outstanding officiating crew tonight representing the Imperial Valley Football Referees Association. His umpire is Fred Ramsey. Head linesman is Randy Ross. The line judge is Lloyd James. The back judge is James Bentley. Our public address announcer is Craig Holloway. And our scorekeeper, Charlie Samaripa. How many years has Charlie been there running the clock?
I want to say that since the late 70s, since the Carter administration, Vic. We don't want to go back that far. But Charlie was doing it when it was a dial clock. He was telling me the other day. There was a dial on the clock. It looked like, your school clock.
Not a sundial.
No. Well, you can't see it at night, Vic. And it's a holding penalty against Calexico.
So it'll nullify that outstanding run by Leo Canchola.
And mistakes like that will cost you because you developed a rhythm and you're moving the ball, and with the help of your workhorse, Angelo Alcala.
The team that plays error-free, John, or makes the least amount of mistakes will have the best chance to win this game because they're both evenly matched.
So they're deciding on where to place the ball. They're going to move it back. And it's probably where the
original line of scrimmage?
Well, where the penalty took place. So it'll be 3rd and 9 at the 49.
They need to get to the Scott 43-yard line for a first down. So, John, you handled the halftime activities very well.
Not much to it, Vic. Just put the crowns on the king. 3rd and 9, Montejano. Alcala, bad snap. And so that'll bring up 4th down and a loss of 6.
So the Bulldogs sent in their punt team, which includes Dominic Diaz, number 41. Bulldogs have to maintain their poise, John. You have to be cool, calm, and collected.
Are penalties piling up in your trash area? Then team up with CR&R Environmental Services, your local MVPs in trash and recycling. CR&R Incorporated, the face of a greener generation. By Jesus Cachu Escobar, Supervisor District 1. Wishes all the Valley teams a great season. Jesus Cachu Escobar. So Dominic Diaz. Let's see where he places this punt, and it's over his head. And he's just
running backwards
at the 5. And
who made that tackle? Number 32 or 22? Or was I not even close?
And it doesn't matter because he's at the 5, and now Vincent
well,
has
sure it matters. You want to give the player the credit that the players do.
Don't correct me, Vic.
Well, I already had my money out, John.
32. Number 32 in the tackle.
That was Ricardo Richie Montiel III.
And Dominic Diaz is a soccer player, so he was running for his life out there. And Calexico back up against the wall, giving Vincent the best field position in this game yet, you know.
And
they scored from the 7-yard.
And the ever dangerous Jacobo Elias, you don't want to give him anywhere where he's at an advantage. Elias in shotgun formation, they're running the spread.
He's getting chased. And Andrew Rivera was right there, but the pass was to Cervantes, incomplete.
So Joel Cervantes, a junior, the intended receiver.
2nd and goal for the Scots.
32 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. The Scots looking pretty good here and looking to score. The ball at the 6 on a 2nd and goal.
So Carranza and Cisneros, the leading receivers for the Scots. Garza, who caught the touchdown pass in the first half, the 3rd leading receiver.
Jacobo Elias airs it out over the middle. Not sure who he was throwing it because there was 2 receivers there, but goes incomplete. 3rd and goal.
So Bulldog pressure being applied on that pass rush. The offensive line of Martinez, Leon, Valdez, Camacho, and Duarte needs to regroup as time has been called by Vincent Memorial.
Experience excellence with Ivy Welding and Mechanical. Our skilled team delivers top-notch welding and mechanical solutions for your industrial needs. Call Fred at 482-WELD. And by the Imperial Flying Service, taking care of the entire Imperial Valley with all your aviation fuel needs. Havens Landscaping, located at 603 East Main in El Centro. By South Cali Air, stocks, installs, and services York and day and night models. That's South Cali Air. By Driscoll's, serving the Imperial Valley since 1979, located at 1470 West State Street in El Centro. By Hart Insurance, your full-service insurance agency. Call us at 344-1400. Johnny's Burritos. Thank you for being a part of our community, and we look forward to serving you and your family for many years to come. By Intercare, when it comes to healthcare, Intercare is here to help with locations throughout the Imperial Valley. By IVC, the #1 community college in the nation, a 2023 Aspen Prize winner. JJ's Tires, 24-hour service, new tire sales and service. Call JJ at 455-3109. By Casbros in Brawley, design shop that offers trophies, awards, t-shirts, and embroidery. 3rd and goal from the 7, Jacobo Elias.
27 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Tie ball game, 7-7.
Jacobo Elias is pressured and sacked. And in there, number 21, Noel Gastelum. And also number 3, Leonel Canchola. A loss of a couple. Wait a minute, loss of 5. They're going to bring it back to the 13. So the Bulldog defense was able to hold him for 3 downs. Let's see if they can do it one more time, Vic.
So it's a 4th and goal. The ball.
Elias is going to go for a field goal.
Are they calling another timeout?
No, it's the end of the third quarter, Vic, with the score. 7-7, Calexico Vincent in this battle for the border. And we'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Letterman and Bros, keeping up with the all-American high school tradition, athletics and academics. 20 years of experience serving the whole Imperial Valley.
We just moved, so there's millions of...
Valley is in bloom, over 9 acres. When we started, we grew 1/4 of an acre.
Now I'm taking on new products on the regular.
We always dreamed of having this property, so...
I want to make my yard look as beautiful as...
Largemouth bass.
Yep.
We've got tons of them, don't we, buddy?
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours?
Visit us online at rdoequipment.com or contact your local RDO for in-stock availability.
Havens and Sons Trucking is located at 603 East Main Street in El Centro and is a business specialized in gravel, rock, stone, fill dirt, base, landscape rock, topsoil sand, and all your hauling needs.
At Burger.
Ready for the field goal attempt by Jacobo Elias. A 30-yard attempt.
Well, you know, that's a tribute to the Calexico Bulldog defense that Vincent is choosing to go for the field goal on this play rather than going for...
And
a false start going against the offense.
so they're... False start. They're going to move it back 5 yards for Vincent. Now becoming a 35-yarder. I'm not sure if it's in his range, but he's going to give it a shot. So Jacobo Elias and the Vincent Scots going for a 35-yard field goal as we start the fourth quarter of the battle for the border. Snap set, and does he have the accuracy? It is no good. It is wide right, and so Calexico gets the ball right there.
So Lady Momentum smiles on Calexico as the punt that went awry on the bat snap forced Dominic Diaz to try to run with it, and he was tackled inside the 10-yard line by Ricardo Montiel, and yet with excellent field position for the Vincent Memorial Scots starting off the fourth quarter. They weren't able to push it in and capitalize on that turnover, and as a result, with that missed field goal attempt, Calexico will take over at their own 20-yard line.
And 5 seconds off the clock.
So 11:55 remaining here in the fourth quarter. If you just joined us, it's 7-7, Vincent and Calexico. Battle for the border.
Alcala, 5 yard, 6 yard gain to the 26. And stopped in there by number 31 for Ascolani.
Lucio Ascolani, the leading tackler with 134 coming into the game. We've called out his name a lot. He's in double figures tonight defensively. He's what you call a tackling machine, John, from his cornerback position.
2nd and 4. Alcala, their workhorse, lowers his shoulder, breaks a tackle away, gets a first down and more.
Ascolani with a tackle again.
And Martinez, number 0. But the Bulldogs gaining momentum as they take it to the 37. 1st and 10. And you're right, error-free football is what needs to happen for both teams.
I love it, John, when you agree with me.
1st and 10. Leo Canchola gets the fake, gives it to Andrew Rivera, the 40, the 50, penalty flags in the backfield, and takes it to the 40 of Vincent, and it probably...
And that was number 45, Jose Luis Wong. Holding on Calexico.
And we just talked about errors and nullifying another gain for Andrew Rivera.
So the Bulldog offense will have to go back to the drawing board with 10:34 remaining here in the fourth quarter, tied 7-7 between the Scots and the Bulldogs, the battle for the border. Here at Willis Ward Field, homecoming night, the last game of the regular season. We had a halftime update in the Bell game at Cal Jones Field. It was 14-7 in favor of Central.
1st and 20 for Calexico now at the 27. Leo Canchola in the back. Frankie split this wide. Esqueda in motion. Leo will take it. Off tackle.
Brought down by number 56, Juan Carlos Sáenz. With number 31, Ascolani, there to help out.
And pick up a 7 for Calexico. 2nd and 14. .9:48 remaining. Alcala back in there. Calexico needs to establish their momentum again if they want to win this.
A 2nd and 15, John.
Bobby Montejano throwing it. Intercepted by number 7, Carranza. And he's taking it back to the 30. A big turnover for the Scots. And no flags.
So the free safety playing center field there, not letting anybody get behind him, cutting in front of the intended receiver. And another turnover for Calexico. This time the interception, and they give the Scots excellent field position at the Bulldog 30-yard line with 9:24 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 7-7 ball game.
False start. I'd like to send Bulldog greetings out to John Pollo Torres, who's tuning us in from out in Texas. You know what they say about Texas? Anything can happen in Texas. 1st and 15. The ball at the 35. Scots with Elias now looking, he's going under center, Vic.
And that's a change for the Scott offense. They usually come from shotgun formation.
7-step drop, right side, looking deep. And is the pass caught? Yes, it is caught by Cervantes. Inside the 10 at the 6, bringing up a 1st and goal for the Scots. Penalty flags.
Now, what was that? Excessive celebration, taunting, or Calexico?
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Calexico half the distance to the goal line.
That will cost them an extra 15
Well, John, you pointed it out in the pregame commentary that cooler heads had to prevail. You couldn't wear your emotions on your sleeves.
No, and you've got Vincent now with a 1st and goal, very close to the goal line.
A new set of downs. The ball at the 6-yard line or 7-yard line.
They'll try to punch it in this time.
Well, they threw a wrinkle at the Bulldog defense with Jacobo Elias under center. Offensively, they go with Carlos Valdez, a junior at center, 260 pounds. Camacho, Leon, the guards, Duarte and Martinez, the tackles.
1st and goal at the 3. With Elias under center. And Carranza in the backfield. Carranza takes it. Grabs a couple. Takes it to the 1. Alcalá on the stop for Calexico.
You think he'll try to get a quarterback sneak with Cervantes or Carranza doing, what do they call it, the nudge, the push?
That may happen right now with 8:58 remaining. Still plenty of time.
2nd and goal for the Scots.
Elias will take it. The nudge. And it's a touchdown. From a yard out, Jacobo Elias will take it to the house.
Well, Elias accounting for the 2 touchdowns for Vincent Memorial. First, an 11-yard touchdown pass to Garza with 7:11 remaining in the 1st quarter, and then kicking the point after. And now with 8:43 remaining in the 4th quarter, he scores on a quarterback keeper to extend the Vincent lead to 13-7 over Calexico. Garza with a hold, Elias with a point after attempt.
It's a low kick, but it is good. And so with 8:43 remaining in this game, 14-7, Vincent. We'll be back with more in a minute on VSN.
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
We're here at Burgers and Beer with the best burgers in town.
We get to sit together and enjoy the great food.
I like from Burgers and Beer is in the lemonade.
For the fresh iced tea, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
This is wonderful, very fast, very efficient.
I love the great food and family environment.
I love the burgers and the customer service.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
Varsity Made Letterman Jackets. Save time and money by ordering online today at varsitymade.co.
Back here live at Willis Ward Field, Vincent just scored on a from 1 yard out on a keeper by Jacobo Elias. Extra point was good. Bulldogs are down 14-7. They'll get the kickoff from Jacobo Elias. And back to receive Andrew Rivera, Noel Gastelum, and Frankie Loera.
So Elias will be handling the kickoff duties for Vincent Memorial. .8:43 remaining on an exciting 14-7 ball game here. The Vincent Memorial Scots with the advantage.
A short pooch. Number 19, the ball carrier, that's Isaiah Perez. And Bulldogs will get it at the 40. Pretty decent field position. Or at the 37. But they can't make any mistakes if they want to.
Well, Vincent Memorial they have plenty of time, John, left on the clock. They need to focus on getting first downs, using up the clock, marching down the field, and scoring.
And they can't hold. They can't, you've got to reduce all that. So 1st and 10, Calexico. Bobby Montejano and Angelo Alcala. Alcala dives into the 40-yard line. Gain of 3. So 2nd and 7 with 8:22 remaining. And Vincent has brought a pretty good crowd.
Excellent crowd for Vincent Memorial. They'll probably watch the VSN replay after hours.
Alcala, left side, finds a lot of room, and he takes it all the way to the 44. First down and a lot more.
Pushed down by number 31, Lucio Escolani. I think he was tripped up by number 12, Esteban Turner, or was it number 17, Santiago Valle?
First and 10. Calexico. The 44 going in. Marco Esquet jet sweep. Runs into some gold guys. Hard to bring him down.
Bought a horde of Scots there.
Penalty flags.
Number 56, Juan Carlos Sáenz, was the one that wrapped them up, assisted by number 23, Nicolas Davalos, and Eric Munoz, number 25.
Maybe a bad block or something. One of the penalties going against the lineman.
For Calexico.
Yeah. Illegal block. Calexico. So that's is that a 10-yard penalty, Vic?
10 yards or 15, but certainly not a 5, John. J.J. Jackson, the white hat, explaining to Coach Fernando Solano there at the 45-yard line. So Calexico their offense can't be digging themselves deeper in a hole, John, as the ball's marched off back to the Calexico 41-yard line. Was it a 10-yard penalty?
Yeah. Well, they got it at the 41.
So 15-yard penalty. Make it a 1st and 25. They need to get to the Vincent 34-yard line for a first down. Fred Ramsey, the umpire there, making sure that the ball is placed correctly.
7:17 remaining in this football game. 1st and 25 for Calexico down at their own 41. Another bad snap and a sack by Munoz.
Number 25, only a sophomore. Munoz with 36 tackles coming into tonight's ball game. I know it sounds like a broken recording, but we like to give credit where credit's due.
3rd and 30.
As he was blitzing from his outside linebacking position. Nobody picked him up, John.
And then Bobby had to bend down to get the snap. That didn't help at all.
So it's a 2nd and forever. 2nd and 31 for the Calexico Bulldogs. The ball back at their 35-yard line.
Empty backfield. Halfback pass. Esquet is there. And it's a first down.
No, it isn't.
We hit the ball?
He caught the ball, but he needs 8 more yards for a first down.
Okay, well, sorry, I looked at the wrong pole.
Anyway, Esquet was open behind the defense.
But no, it was incomplete, though.
Oh, did it hit the ground? But it was underthrown. If he would have been open, if he would have thrown a good pass, if he wasn't rushed, that could have been 6 points. but could have, would have, should have.
So Bulldogs have to punt with 6 minutes.
And Bulldogs will be forced to punt.
Dominic Diaz in there for Calexico.
So Calexico hasn't been performing that well on special teams, particularly with the snaps from the long snapper.
This time it's a good snap and a good end-over-end punt. It'll be fielded by Carranza at the 25. Going to the right side, another flag. And another flag, flags everywhere.
So the flags are flying like confetti, John.
I think we need to come up with another simile. We've overused that one.
We haven't used it this season.
Okay.
Well, John, on radio, we had to describe the action. So
looks like there's an injured Bulldog, number 51. And there's a flag over at the 30-yard line.
Number 51 is Javier Rodriguez.
And we'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Casbros, it's that time of year again. Team shirt options are available and ready to go out for adult, youth, and toddler sizes. Call us and let us know how we can help at 760-550-6878.
Javier Rodriguez.
Javier Rodriguez, the injured lineman. And the Scots will move all the way back to the 18-yard line. Be faced with a 1st and 10.
So did they give the call? Did they give the call? Was it a block in the back, clipping, or do they still even use the word clipping?
I haven't heard it in a while, but you can use it, Vic. It's free.
I hadn't heard it since 1967.
Elias hands it off. Number 22, Carranza. Picks up 5. Second and 5 for Vincent at the 23.
Carranza, only a junior, came into the game with 336 yards rushing on 59 carries for a 5.7 average. He has 3 rushing touchdowns to his credit. His longest run this season has been for 55 yards. So he's capable of breaking one, John.
And there's another handoff to Carranza. Andrew Rivera on the stop. So he'll gain another 3 or 4.
It wouldn't surprise me if they don't pass on this play that Elias fakes it to Carranza and bootlegs it around the right side or left side.
Well, Vincent's got to take time off the clock. There's 4:49 remaining.
He had an 86-yard run last Friday against Holtville, caught from behind inside the 10-yard line.
Elias will run with it and finds room.
Gets the first down.
And Frankie Loera there on the stop for Elias, but not after he picks up a first down.
So with 4:26 remaining, Elias picks up that first down to keep this drive alive, but more importantly, running time off the clock and giving Vincent a new set of 4 downs. The ball at the Vincent 34-yard line.
1st and 10. Elias under center. Pitch it to Carranza. And brought down by Leonel Canchola for a loss of 4. It's 2nd and 13.
Number 23, Luis Vasquez, though, was the first one into that offensive backfield for Calexico, disrupting that play and making it easy for Leonel Canchola to make that tackle on Carranza. A loss of 4 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 14. The ball at the 30-yard line of Vincent.
Elias bootlegging it this way. He's running. Breaks some tackles, but hauled down
by Frankie Loera Rodriguez, number 13, and number 11,
Luis Alcala. Timeout Calexico. And we'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
El Distrito de Irrigación de Imperial, su proveedor de energía pública, ofrece varios programas de asistencia de pago. Nuestros clientes con ingresos que califiquen pueden ahorrar entre un 20 o 30% en su factura de electricidad y también recibir ayuda si enfrentan desconexiones por falta de pago. Para recibir ayuda, llámenos al 1-800-303-7756. Visite uno de nuestros centros de servicio al cliente o visite iid.com. iID, donde los clientes siempre son primero.
Imperial Valley College is the #1 community college in the nation. Winner of the 2023 Aspen Prize for Community College Excellence.
We have created our own drink company. The fastest growing sports drink in history.
We will pride! We will pride!
Ladies and gentlemen, we go.
Monkey and Prime!
This season, we are hydrated.
The official sports drink of the UFC. It's time!
Live here at Willis Ward Field with 3 minutes to go. A third down for the Scots, a 3rd and 9. And we just got updated that Central won the bell with a score of 14-7 and won league for 2023. Congratulations to the Spartans. And I'm sure Will Torres and Ron Rubio and Mike Swearingen called an exciting game.
Well, 14-7, David Peña, since he's been at Central, I believe they've won 6 out of the last 7 bell games under his tenure. So Central wins the IVL crown outright. Brawley coming in second.
3rd down and 9. Critical play here for the Scots. Jacobo Elias over the middle. Overthrows his receiver, number 2.
Pulido. Garza, excuse me.
Oscar Garza.
Oscar Garza,
and
number 2.
Calexico with a 4th down, stops the clock at 2:56. And they will have to punt.
You know, that's uncharacteristic of Elias to miss his receiver on that pass play. It would have been good enough. The reception would have been good enough for a 1st down to keep the drive alive, but more importantly, keep the ball for Vincent. But now they'll be forced to punt. Quintana back at his own 20-yard line.
And Esquer at the 44.
Jacobo Elias, the up back, standing at his own 29.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Esquer down at the 34. End over end. Takes a Calexico bounce and is stopped at the 43. So Calexico, with 2:45 remaining, needs to go down the field 57 yards.
Well, this is going to be the make or break of the battle for the border, and Bobby Montejano, can he rally his troops with 2:45 remaining and lead the Calexico Bulldogs downfield to hit pay dirt, John, and make this a tie game? If it ends in a tie after 4 quarters of play, they go into overtime, correct?
That is correct. Montejano with his shotgun snap. Noel Gastelum with a handoff left side. Flags are flying.
You know, in the first 4 games of the season for Calexico, we covered 2 of them. They were pretty much error-free. And it's surprising here in the 10th game of the season that we're seeing so many flags on both sides of the ball for Calexico and Vincent Memorial, as Gastelum hobbles off the field.
And another holding call against Calexico. And that's been their Achilles heel this whole game, is the holding penalties, because they're 10 yards, and
Well, that's an indication, John, that they're having trouble with the defense of Vincent Memorial, that they're not able to hold them from penetrating the line of scrimmage and getting into the Calexico offensive backfield.
Alcala's in there. Pass to Rivera. Left flat. Right flat. Takes it to the original line of scrimmage, a gain of 10.
Richie Montiel covering on the play, pushing him out of bounds.
So 2.5 minutes to go.
So it was a 2nd and 20. Now it's a
second. No, it's a
second and 10. It was a 1st and 20. Excuse me.
Critical part of the game is upon us.
Plenty of field for Calexico to operate in.
Bobby Montejano going to the air. Marco Esquer. And is it intercepted? Or incomplete? He dropped the ball, did he? No.
If he dropped the ball, it was out of bounds. He was out of bounds already, so he intercepted the ball in the field of play. Who made that interception? 32, Montiel.
And that may seal the game, Vic. Bulldogs only have 2 timeouts. So 1st and 10 for the Scots at their own 43. Cobolis hands it off. And to Carranza, manhandled there by number 55.
Number 11, that was Luis Alcala. 55 was on the other side.
So
with 2:12 remaining in the game. I apologize, John, for making that correction.
That's okay. I have the binoculars, Vic. You can't argue with me. 2:12. Timeout, Calexico. We'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Well, that's good.
The Brawley Police Foundation is an independent, nonprofit organization that provides grant funding and crucial resources to the Brawley Police Department, with programs that would normally not be funded. These programs directly improve public safety and enhance the quality of life for our citizens.
Second and 12 for the Scots with 2:12 remaining. down 14-7, the Bulldogs. Elias airs it out to the right side. And Cervantes, the intended receiver.
Right through his hands. A beautifully thrown football by Elias to the streaking number 24 for Vincent Memorial. Cervantes, a junior, and he would have had a touchdown there, John, as he had several steps on the defender.
That stops the clock with 2:07.
That has to be frustrating for the offensive coordinator, Fernando Santana, let alone the quarterback, Jacobo Elias, and the Vincent Memorial Scots. If they're going to want to go far in CIF, the receivers are going to have to step up big time.
Third and 13. Could be a false start. Delay a game.
So with 2:05 remaining here in the fourth quarter, Vincent Memorial 14, Calexico 7. A penalty called on the Scots, moving the ball back to the Scot 36-yard line. They need to get to the Bulldog 47-yard line for a first down.
Elias in the shotgun, empty backfield, brings it up, eludes tacklers, airs it out, a wounded duck, and it's caught for a first down by Carranza, or was he out of bounds?
Well, his feet looked like he was out of bounds. Fred Ramsey from the middle of the field making the call, looking at the Calexico sideline.
I think they're bringing it back. So it's now a fourth,
His feet were out of bounds, but his body was in bounds. If that makes any sense.
It does make no sense at all, Vic. It does make no sense. Boy, our syntax is crazy here. So a fourth and long with a minute 54. Vincent will have to punt the ball. So Andrew Luna is up and Marco Esquer is back.
So
and
they're going to give Vincent one more chance.
Calexico, you mean?
I mean, Calexico, one more chance to try to tie this ball game.
Not a very good punt. Takes a Bulldog bounce at the 41. And Calexico's got under 2 minutes to see what they can do.
And
they've got another chance.
And that ball's down by...
And they only got one timeout left. With a minute 44. That took about 8 seconds off the clock, that punt play. So Bobby Montejano looking for a miracle here. Can he do it?
Well, John, the CIF selection committee meeting will be held tomorrow?
Usually, yes. Montejano has time.
Is that intentional grounding?
But was feeling a lot of pressure. Yeah, there's a flag right there. Late flag.
That play took too long to develop. All you got to do is throw underneath and let the player run with it. Let the receiver run.
A minute and a half left.
You know, the Vincent defensive
Grounding.
secondary, John, the Vincent defensive secondary is playing a cover 3. They're not letting anything get behind them, so throw underneath.
Yeah.
And pick up yardage that way. You know, you can pick up 10 to 15 yards instead of trying to get the whole 60 yards on one play.
So the Bulldogs lose it down. And have it way back at the 23-yard line.
second down and long.
As we get set here, 2nd and 25 for Calexico, way back at their 23. Alcala and Sean Torres is in there now. The southpaw, beautiful pass over the middle, looking for overthrows at Frankie Loera. He was wide open.
Ladies and gentlemen, this broadcast is the sole property of VSN, the Valley Sports Network. Any reproduction or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the owners is strictly prohibited. Back to you, John.
1:27 remaining, and a 3rd and 25 with Sean Torres at the helm for Calexico.
Well, he put a lot of air under that football. So he certainly has the arm strength, John. As Calexico's faced with a 3rd and 25, time is called. 1:27 remaining in the ball game. 14-7, Vincent.
Well, you know, Calexico, their seeding hinges in the next couple of plays. I mean, right now seeded 8th in Division 4, they would host, if they would go to CIF playoff, if they were to stay with the 8th, they would host a game. But losing to the Division 5, one of the top Division 5 schools,
they would be on the road.
They'd probably go down 9 or 10 and have to play a higher seeded team. And Vincent would more than likely get a home game. So this is a tough situation for the Calexico Bulldogs, and all Vincent has to do is hold them 2 more downs. And if they do that, then they'd be in victory formation.
So the fans may not be standing on the edge of their seats, John, but we are.
And that is Sean Torres. 3rd and 25. He's got to air it out. And he's looking for Frankie Loera. He's right there. Penalty flags.
Was it offensive interference? You had Ricardo Montiel covering on the play.
And there's another penalty in the backfield. So we'll wait for the call from J.J. Jackson with 1:19 remaining in this football game.
Face mask.
They're asking the coaches it's probably going against Vincent, since they're asking the Calexico coaches.
Which penalty do you want?
Personal foul. Griffin the passer against Vincent. And pass interference, Vincent, so that one will be declined, so it's a 15-yarder. And Fred Ramsey is holding the football at the 45. They're going to spot it. Looks like they're going to be in Scott territory.
And do we hear trampa called from the other side?
So that's going to give Calexico excellent field position with still some time on the clock.
But they still have a lot of real estate, John, that they have to cover. The ball inside the 45-yard line at the 40. Let's see, where's he going to spot it?
They're still debating on where to place that ball.
Oh, and they're marching even closer to the Vincent goal.
Whoa, they're going down to the 30. And this was a miracle because they were back at their own 20-yard line, Vic.
Hold on to that trophy, John. So, 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the Vincent Memorial Scott 30-yard line. A minute 19 remaining in the fourth quarter.
And Sean Torres.
Vincent hanging on to a 14-7 lead. And who else at the mic but the voice of choice, Johnny Mo, John Moreno Brown.
Thank you, Vic. A minute 19. Here we go. This is another critical part, or another critical drive for Calexico.
Well, if Sean Torres wanted to get his feet wet here.
He's doing it now.
Right.
So, good field position, no mistakes. And we can end up in a tie in regulation and then go into overtime. So, 1st and 10 at the 30. Sean Torres, Luis Alcalá, Andrew Rivera. Frankie split to this side. And looked like there was jumping off sides. False start, Calexico.
Well, sometimes that happens, John. You change quarterbacks, you change the cadence, you change the sound, and the center, the offensive lineman, all of a sudden, accustomed to hearing Montejano's voice, now hearing a new voice, and with the crowd getting into it, showing their spirit on both sides, the Vincent faithful screaming, exhorting their defense on, and the Calexico crowd here celebrating homecoming, trying to encourage the hometown boys to pull a rabbit out of the hat.
1st and 15 at the 35. A minute 8 to go. Calexico with a football in Scott territory. Another penalty. Another false start. That's another 5-yarder. So 1st and 20 now at the 40. 58 seconds remaining.
Well, still
just giving him 10 yards.
Right at the 40-yard line. They're just in the green zone, John. The clock is running. 50 seconds.
Sean Torres airs it out. And Marco Esquer waiting for a flag is incomplete.
And that that incomplete pass stopped the clock at 38 seconds.
So 2nd and 20. But we must admit, Torres has a good arm.
An excellent arm, John. A vast improvement from last year. And what I like about what I've seen of Sean Torres right now in just these brief moments is he's throwing with confidence.
One more time. Almost intercepted as he overthrew his intended receiver. Looked like number 29, that Jose Ortega.
And number 19, Jose Quintana, defending on that play. He might have been able to pull off a game-saving interception there. So the Bulldogs now, 2 plays left. They're down 3rd and 20 from the Scott 40-yard line.
33 seconds.
They need to get to the Scott 20-yard line for a fresh set of downs.
And we're going to wait this play. Sean Torres to Frankie Loera, and he'll go out of bounds.
Stopping the clock with 25 seconds remaining.
Better field position. Charlie, they're telling you to stop the clock.
It's not us. It's not us. This one fan's getting her money's worth.
Sure is. So now we're faced with a 4th down.
A fourth and about 6.
They're telling Charlie to add some time to the clock. 26 seconds now.
And once again, the Vincent fans irate, not knowing what's happening.
4th and 5.
Talk about home field advantage.
4th and 7. Does Calexico have any timeouts left? Okay, well, they're calling a timeout, Vic. And that must be their last one. So this is it. This is it, folks. The battle for the border here in Calexico. Bragging rights in the city of Calexico. So the Calexico Bulldogs will have to get a first down or a touchdown. Otherwise, it's Vincent.
Well, John, we said that it was going to go down to the final plays of the game. Whoever had the ball, but right now it's not about winning the game. Calexico has to score and tie the game to be able to go into overtime.
So 14-7 score with the Scots on top.
So the clock situation has been corrected as the referee finally signaled to the scorekeeper to add those seconds back on, much to the chagrin and dismay of Vincent Memorial.
Sean Torres stepping up, will run the football and goes out of bounds. Does he get the first down? They may have to call for a measurement. He may not have gotten the first down.
He needed to get to the
20.
The 20, and did he run out of bounds at the
and that's it. Vincent wins. Well, we'll wait for the time to expire, but there's 20 seconds. They'll get the ball back. And a great game was had. And the battle for the border now will go to the Scots. All they got to do is take a knee.
Well, John, the Burgers and Beer players of the game are Oscar Garza, who caught the opening touchdown to put Vincent on the board on the offensive side for Vincent Memorial, as it goes to the players of the winning team, sponsored by Burgers and Beer. And the defensive player was Richie Montiel, Ricardo Montiel III. So we'll be going down to make that presentation at the game's conclusion, and you'll be going down to present the Battle of the Border for the Border trophy.
And the time will expire, ladies and gentlemen. An exciting game had tonight in the cool weather. Give it credit to the Vincent Memorial Scots for playing their best football and coming back with a victory.
Well, a defensive struggle on both sides of the ball, John, as the defense were the highlights of the game tonight. Very little offensive plays on a consistent basis for the fans to get excited about, but outstanding defensive play on both sides of the ball.
And we'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network. Well, Vic, any final comments on the battle for the border? Congratulations to the Vincent Memorial Scots on a victory 14-7 over Calexico.
Well, I'd like to congratulate David Wong along with his assistant head coach, Fernando Santana, and their outstanding coaching staff, as well as the Calexico coaching staff headed by Fernando Solano. A well-played game. It could have gone either way. A narrow scoring game, John, low scoring game, but highlighted by the defenses on both sides, and the players of the game to be honored by Burgers and Beer. On the offensive side for the Vincent Memorial Scots, the winning team, number 2, Oscar Garza, and on the defensive side, number 32, Ricardo Montiel III.
And we'd like to thank all our viewers and our sponsors tonight. Our halftime guest, Carla Soto, our technician in the booth, Jose Alejos, of course, our program director, Will Torres, and our cameraman, Luis Panchito Garcia. And next week, we'll be going to the CIF playoffs. Hopefully, Calexico will get a seed 12 or under, and we'll see what the seeding meeting looks like on Saturday, and we'll allow the presentation of the trophy to take place as I will present the trophy to the principal of Vincent Memorial High School. And we're losing it for a year, but there's always next year, right? Anyway, so thank you for tuning us in, and we hope to see you next week.
Could you use help with your electric bill? Imperial Irrigation District, your public power provider, offers several payment assistance programs. Our income-qualified customers can save up to 20 or 30% on their electric bill and also receive assistance if they face service disconnection for non-payment. For assistance, call us at 1-800-303-7756, visit one of our customer service centers, or find us online at iid.com. IID, where customers always come first.
InnerCare, since 1970. When it comes to healthcare, InnerCare is here to help, with locations throughout the Imperial Valley. InnerCare, improving the health and wellness of the community.
Marianne Valenzuela Fenley is your State Farm insurance agent in the Imperial Valley. And like a good neighbor, she's located at 528 G Street in Brawley. Call State Farm agent Marianne Valenzuela Fenley at 760-344-0447 for your home, auto, and life insurance.
Whether you're looking to purchase or sell, your next home awaits. Give the Dom team a call. With over 50 years of experience and over 100 years in the Imperial Valley, Andy and Doug can help you find the right home at the right price fast. Visit us online at www.thedomteam.com and let Andrew and Doug find the perfect home for you. Call today, 760-337-8600.
Ojeda Industries is here to offer solutions with exceptional products and services for all your agricultural, industrial, and power transmission needs. It's Ojeda Industries, hydraulic repair service in Brawley at 1698 Jones Street. Call us at 760-623-7299.